Foreclosures are up nationwide and in Pennsylvania, so let's get into what that actually means for you, boots on the ground, in the Philadelphia suburbs. Get into it. So the first thing is, let's keep in mind there's been a foreclosure moratorium, so of course now they're being allowed, so they're going to go up. First I'm going to get into this article which talks about the numbers of what's going on in foreclosures, and then I'm going to get into our local market, show you how many foreclosures are on the market, and we'll talk about what that actually means for buying a house if you're trying to buy a foreclosure or an investment property. Okay, so this is from the Pennsylvania Association of Realtors, and as you can see, foreclosure filings are up 5% compared to September, and they're up 76% year over year. But that, obviously, there's an eviction moratorium, so that's kind of not easy to compare, right? Because they couldn't have really any. And across the United States, 1 in every 6,675 properties is having a foreclosure filing. So that's less than 1%. And this is the sixth yearly increase in a row. Foreclosures are up in 28 states, including Pennsylvania. Another 10,759 properties are at the start of this process in October, and that's an increase, 115% year over year. In Pennsylvania, foreclosure starts are up 107% from September. Most of foreclosure activity for the next few months is likely to be foreclosure starts, since virtually nothing entered the foreclosure process during the past year. That means when you see a foreclosure start is that that's not going to process through the system for a while, because the foreclosure process takes time. Because the bank files foreclosure, they got to get the judge involved and all that stuff. So it might be a year and a half out before that foreclosure actually hits the market. So that's important to understand. Yeah, and this graph here actually shows the data here on how long it's average days to complete a foreclosure. You can see here, in 2007, it was, I don't know, what is that? Maybe 125 days. And it crept up. And now we're all the way at like 600 days. 924 days, right? Obviously it's very high right now because of the moratorium, but that's 2 years. So it doesn't happen fast. It does not happen fast. Anyway, so we see stuff is up, and that's like the trend of what we're seeing. So the important thing to understand though is that the starts are what's up, and when is that actually hitting? That's actually hitting a long time from now. But let's take a look at what's going on in the foreclosure market here in Pennsylvania, and I'll tell you what you should do about it. Okay, so let's take a look at the residential foreclosures in the 3 counties, Delaware, Montgomery, Chester, bankruptcy, HUD-owned, and foreclosure auction. So you can see we've got 39 properties that are up for foreclosure. By the way, if you're interested in getting a foreclosure search set up for yourself, I'm happy to do that for you. Just feel free to reach out to me, or if you want any help with anything, feel free to reach out to me. So you can kind of see here what the foreclosure activity is. Now it's 39 houses. So to put that in perspective, how many houses are for sale? There's 2,067 houses for sale and 39 foreclosures. So that's about 2% of properties that are in some kind of distressed state in foreclosure, which is, again, a pretty small percentage. Let's talk about what does this mean to the market, and what is the market actually doing? So I think everybody kind of, when COVID happens, everyone's like, man, there's going to be foreclosures, there's going to be opportunities to buy houses at a discount. Now, the thing to understand is that right now, bidding wars are actually still the norm on most properties that I'm looking at with clients. So it's pretty often that we're still seeing, hey, it's still a bidding war. I think this graph kind of helps explain why we're still seeing bidding wars. I just said, okay, things are going up. We'll look at the foreclosure starts. Yes, they're slightly increasing, but look at the historical averages and look at 2008. So it's way different right now. Anyway, graph really helps put that in perspective for you, I think. If there is foreclosure inventory that's going to hit the market, a lot of it will be absorbed. So I don't know that that is going to cause a market crash. Now, that being said, you say to yourself, well, Rob, that means I can't invest. But that's wrong. Or I can't get a good deal. That's also wrong. You can find the right good deals. You can find investments. I'm doing it for people right now. I have investments under contract for people. I'm selling a flip for somebody. So it's still possible. So the thing is, even though the foreclosures are really low relative to historical averages, you still have opportunities to, get into investing in real estate. So it's just understanding the numbers really. And sometimes you're going to find off-market deals. Sometimes you're going to find on-market deals. And there's a lot of ways you can market for off-market deals, and there's all that good stuff. So anyway, I'm here to help you. If you want help with investing in the Philly suburbs, feel free to reach out to me. And yeah, I hope this video explaining what's going on with foreclosures shows, hey, there are a lot of starts happening, which obviously that would happen because they've been on hold for so long. So now that's actually starting. It's way up percentage-wise. And that are going to be working their way through the system. I don't know that it's going to cause a huge dip in the market, but it will potentially create some more, let's say, distressed properties on the market in Pennsylvania that may create investment opportunities. So again, if you want to be ready for that, happy to set up a foreclosure search for you. All right, take care.